Well, thanks for having us back for the unveiling. We're so happy to be here.
Delighted to have you guys.
And this is a very special night because we're celebrating two celebrations tonight.
Yeah, indeed we are. It's quite an unusual evening. We're celebrating the 50th anniversary of our master distiller Parker being in our company, having spent his entire career there. And then, of course, the second thing, we're unveiling the 2000 vintage of our Evan Williams single barrel, the first one from the 21st century.
And these single barrel bourbons, this is the only vintage dated bourbon in the world, for one thing.
That is correct, absolutely. It makes it very unique and very unusual. And there's only a limited supply. We have a certain amount of barrels allocated each year, and when that whiskey's consumed and bottled up, that's the end of it. There is no more. We actually ran out before the end of the year this year with our 1999, so hopefully we'll have enough for 2000 to last for the entire year, this coming year, 2010, but we'll just have to see how it goes. They're very, very unique and special whiskeys.
And every year they taste a little bit different.
That's the idea.
Right.
The idea is to select something that can be bottled and stand up to the kind of aroma, profile, and taste considerations that our master distiller Parker Beam wants, but they all taste slightly different. So within the family, but they all have slightly different nuances of aroma and profile and taste and all the other elements of what a product tastes like.
And we're celebrating also 50 years of Parker Beam. It's a pretty big thing.
Well, it's really one kind of an event. I mean, Parker has meant so much to our company, having developed so many different whiskey styles, whether it's our Evan Williams single barrel, whether it's our Elijah Craig 12-year-old, whether it's our Bernheim wheat whiskey, and so many other things. And he's really led a renaissance of bourbon in the entire industry. He's one of those transformational characters who was part of how bourbon came back from that great whiskey store in the sky.
Well, and even going back more than 50 years, Max, your family with bourbon goes back how far?
Well, it's interesting you should say that. This is our 75th anniversary. Our company was founded in 1934 as Prohibition was ending, and we started the business from scratch at that time, and here we are some 75 years later, 860,000 barrels in our aging at our facilities here in central Kentucky, and just a great, vibrant industry that's selling so much product here domestically and worldwide today.
75 years ago. This was, it was who? 75. Who started this then? It was
my father.
Your father.
My father and his brother started the company back in 1934. You can only imagine what it must have been like. That was the height of the Great Depression. You had no whiskey, no inventory, no distillery, no brand, but yet you're starting to invest money in something that had have no return for several years, because remember, you cannot make bourbon whiskey today and sell it tomorrow. You can make it today and then you have to wait 4 and 5 and 6 and 8 and sometimes 18 years in order to be able to sell products. So it was a risky adventure. I always think and always tell people it was sort of like starting a dot-com venture back in the 1990s, except the dot-com ventures would have been more of like a blue chip investment compared to something like this.
It's really something. What's it like now, 75 years later? You know, you're in the business, you're the president of the company. To see where this has come. What's it like for you?
I mean, it's really an exciting business. But the best part about it, from my perspective, is that we've got a third generation coming with my son, my son-in-law, and my daughter, all of whom bring that passion that you need to be a viable factor in any business today. But they particularly bring it to the spirits business, and that's the best thing about it, because we're going to be making good whiskey for many, many years to come.